how Eminem used the law of attraction to get his success. Hey guys, I'm Laura and I make videos that will awaken your awareness. Now, I want to make this video because I think Eminem is a great example of using the law of attraction to manifest the reality that he wanted. Now, I am a huge Eminem fan. For how long have I been listening to him for? 21 years this year, so it's a long time, right? And so I know a lot about his background and how much he had to work to get to where he is today, right? So I think he is a great example, yet I don't believe he consciously used the law of attraction. I don't think he's really aware about it, because if he was, I'm sure he would have mentioned it in his music. But the way he got his success is exactly how the law of attraction works, right? So firstly, if you've seen The Secret, the documentary, or read the book, then you would know it talks a lot about how thoughts create reality. You just think about what you want and you'll get it. But it's not like, that's not really accurate. You can't just, like, do you think Eminem would have got his success if he sat on the couch and he just thought about how awesome it would be to be a rapper, and then boom, he's a rapper? Like, there's more to it than what The Secret talks about. And so how I believe Eminem got his success comes down to a number of things, right? So firstly, it's having the belief in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. Beliefs create reality. The stories you tell yourself, this is the same thing as beliefs, and that's what creates your reality. So Eminem, even though he's a white guy pursuing black music, like, firstly, that's already a hard thing to do, right? But he had that belief in himself. So I don't know if you're an Eminem fan, or even if you're not, I don't know if you know that before he wanted to be a rapper, he wanted to pursue other things. Like, when he was a kid, he wanted to be a comic book drawer. Before he got into rapping, he tried breakdancing, and then he said he got into rapping because he realized he couldn't breakdance. You know, it's sort of taking the time to figure out what you're good at. But then once he found that he was good at rapping, because he said he noticed when he was like a teen, like 17 years old, he was writing better than heaps of rappers that were out. He knew, like, this is what he wanted to pursue, and he had that belief in himself. So you've got to have the belief in yourself to be able to get what you want. Beliefs create reality. So that's the first thing. Like, he had this belief as a white guy pursuing black music that, like, he's good enough to do it, right? So he chased it. The other thing he talks about is, back to the belief thing, I just wanted to add something on there that I do know, even though he had the belief in himself and he, like, worked towards getting that success, I do know, as anyone who tries to step out of their comfort zone and pursue something, is he did experience times of self-doubt. So self-doubt is normal, and I've got a video on self-doubt if you want to learn more about that, if you're someone that has self-doubt, because it is normal for everyone to experience some sort of self-doubt. Eminem experienced self-doubt, but he still pushed through, right? And so the other thing is I know that he has talked about visualizing when he was younger, when he was a kid, like visualizing being on stage and rocking stages. So belief is the first thing, and then visualization, right? You got to visualize, you got to see the thing that you want, and the more you add your senses to the visualization, the stronger the visualization is going to be, the more likely it's going to happen. So it's like you're visualizing something, you like, you know, what could you smell? What could you be touching and feeling? What, you know, is there a breeze in the air? Like, use as much of your senses as you can to strengthen that visualization. So yeah, I know he visualized himself rocking stages. Now the other thing is action. So law of attraction, at the end of that is action. Action's key. So law of attraction talks about, oh, just think about what you want and you'll get it. So if Eminem sat on the couch and he thought about what he wanted, do you think, without the action, do you think he was going to get it? Of course not. He had to put the action in, and because I know a lot about his, you know, background, I know he put a lot of action in before he blew up, right? He was writing a lot. He was working a full-time job whilst coming home to write rhymes, you know, write music, and he was very committed. Like, as we can all tell now, like, he's got a really good work ethic, right? So he was very committed in putting action in. and just constantly writing, constantly getting better. He I know he's talked about it in a song about having OCD. I don't know if he was actually diagnosed as it or if he's just mentioning that he has it. But I would say that there's some sort of obsession there with the action. So the obsession is almost like what's got him to put so much action in, because he's obsessed with like being so good at it, at rapping and rhyming, and so I guess it's a healthy obsession. But yeah, it's putting action in. Action's key. So we got the belief in the self, the visualization of it, putting in action, and then another thing is repetition. Repetition's key when it comes to creating your reality. So because of your subconscious mind creates 95% of your outer reality, you have to basically work with the subconscious mind to get the reality you want. And then the way you do that, the way you program your subconscious mind to get what you want is through repetition. So that's like Eminem showing up every day writing and just constantly writing, and that's programming and training his brain. And if he's not writing, he's listening to other rappers and learning like a student, right? So repetition is definitely key to whatever it is you're wanting to do, is in putting practice in, putting action in, visualizing, believing in yourself. And because when you do this, this is how you create your reality. This is how you use the law of attraction. You've got to have belief is really a strong thing, as well as like positive self-talk that you can do this thing, that you can achieve this thing. Like say if you're putting action in, but you've got this negative self-talk, like, oh, this is never going to work out for me, even though you're putting action in, it's not going to manifest, right? And so I know he was just so committed to where he was like writing as much as he could, battling as much as he could. He was traveling around battling, like he traveled to, I think it was at the LA, was it Rap Olympics in LA, or he did another battle at I can't remember the event. I can't remember what the event was called. There was a couple of different rap battle events that he had to travel to. And I think it was the one in LA where I think it was in LA he battled Juice. I could be wrong on the facts, but he did battle Juice, this rapper called Juice, and Eminem got second to him, and Eminem felt ripped off. He felt like, he didn't win because he was white and he was rapping against a black guy. He felt it was more of a skin color issue rather than the other guy being better than him. So when it comes to like creating a reality, manifesting what you want, the thing you don't want to worry about or focus on is the how, because the how is more like the universe's job. How is it going to happen? The universe will play its part to make it happen, as long as you're doing the right things by putting in the work, putting in action, repetition, and reprogramming your subconscious mind through repetition. You know, you're doing your visualizations, you're imagining like your future self, how you want to see yourself, the belief in yourself. You got to believe in yourself. The other thing is to get to the reality you want is like you got to act and be the person that you want to be. So he's showing up as a rapper, even though he's not a famous rapper. He's dressing like one, he's showing up like one, he's working like one. So you got to be the person. You start acting as that person that you want to be. How would they dress? How would they look? What is their work ethic like? You got to mirror that to get it. And so when it comes down to the how, like that's not your job to worry about it. How's it going to actually happen, right? So for Eminem, the how that got him famous, like the universe definitely played a part in this, right? So he was at the rap battles battling Juice, and after he was disappointed, you know, from losing the battle where he felt like it was a skin color issue, and then someone came up to him asking him if he had like a mixtape or something, right? That person obviously saw some sort of potential in M and was like, have you got a mixtape or whatever? And M didn't think much of it. He's just like, because he's given out so many mixtapes before that it was just like, oh yeah, here you go, whatever sort of thing. It was just like, he's given out so much and not really got anything back, so it wasn't a big deal to him, right? Whatever, here you go. Didn't realise that person worked at Interscope. That person was linked up with Dr. Dre. So that person who got his tape that tape ended up getting to Dr. Dre. So that's the how, right? That's the universe playing its part. The universe sorts out the how, right? So how the universe had this person here turn up to the event who witnessed him, who then got that person to come up to him and ask for a mixtape, and that person then was the how for the the universe's how, because they took that mixtape to the person that blew him up, which is Dr. Dre, right? And when Dr. Dre first heard it, he didn't even think Eminem was a white guy. When you listen to it, he was just like, he thought it was a black dude, but he was just like, yo, these lyrics are crazy. I need to find this guy. I need to find this guy before anyone else does. Like, Dr. Dre was like, as soon as he heard it, he knew, like if you know Dr. Dre, you know he's like very musically talented and has a good ear, right? So he knew the potential that this guy had that he didn't even realize was white, and he was just like, we need to find him before anyone else does. Like, he was just locked in on it. And then they found him, and then I don't know if it was when they actually met, because I know Em had to jump on the plane to go meet up with Dre. I'm like, I don't actually know for sure if when they first met was when Dre was like, oh, that's a white dude. I don't really know what point Dre actually realized he was white, but it could have been when they actually came to meet, and it was like, oh, you're not black, you're a white guy. But I remember Dre saying something like, again, like, it doesn't matter your circumstances. Em being a white guy wanting to pursue black music, what are the odds of him succeeding? Very slim, right? But then he put in the work, and the universe stepped in with the how, and then Dr. Dre's like heard and knew this guy's talented, and he even said, like, I don't care if you're black, white, or purple, if you've got it, you got it, right? So that's the how. You don't worry about the how, that's the universe's job. And I just wanted to share like this story, because again, I'm a huge M fan, and I just know his background really well, and I can see how he's like used the law of attraction without, I don't think he's consciously used it. I don't think he even knows much about the law of attraction stuff, because he's never really mentioned about anything like that in his songs. So I don't think he's conscious about it, but the way he's gone about everything is exactly how you use the law of attraction and how you manifest. So I think he's a great example. Now, especially when he's like, God, how many years in is he now? He's over 20 years in. We're in 2022, so that's about 23 years in since he dropped the Slim Shady LP. Now, for someone to maintain their career and rap for that long is huge, right? You don't see black rappers like having that longevity that M's got, right? And when M first got his foot in the door in the rap game, right? I think it was Ice-T he was talking to, or Ice-T was talking to him. And because I remember Ice-T was telling a story where he's like, so, what's your goal here? Like he's already signed up with Dre, and he's like, cool, he's got the deal, but it's like, so what's your actual goal? Like, what do you want to do with this? And that's what M said, was like, he wants the longevity, I don't know if I'm saying that word right, longevity, of like, you know, these other certain rappers had. He wanted to last long, right? This is what he said when he first stepped into the game. This was his intention. Intentions is powerful. This is why in other videos I talk about setting intentions, because intentions is powerful. That was M's intention, was to last long. And you can see that that's exactly what's happened. Again, he's creating his reality. So he knows what he wants and he goes for it, and he's not letting other people's opinions stop him. That's a huge thing, right? Don't let people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do. This is one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan of him. Like, yeah, he makes dope music, but just the personality side and the way he's just chased what he wanted and got it. And then he's maintained it for so long, and you don't see other rappers out here maintaining it. Now this, I believe, is why he's the best rapper. Like, everyone, that's a debatable thing, right? Or the best rapper, or the top 5, the top 10. But I do believe Em is the best rapper. And yes, maybe I'm biased because I'm a huge fan, but like, there are other rappers I consider dope and I like and I listen to them, but most of them don't really display that same level of passion, that same level of work ethic, that intention that Em's got to be like as big as he is and to last as long as he does. I don't think they show up on that level the way M shows up. And then you look at his sales, like he's still, top dog with his sales. He's still smashing out, like breaking records left, right, and center all the time. Like still to this day, after being in the game for so long. Like how many rappers are like doing what he's doing at his age? Like he's going to be 50 this year. How many are out here maintaining it on this level? This is why I believe Eminem is a great example for law of attraction and manifestation. Again, I don't believe he's consciously doing it, but he's using all the techniques that the law of attraction and manifestation, like, that you learn to how to do this stuff. And so yeah, again, that he's maintained it for so long, and I just believe it's just to do with his intentions, his mindset, his work ethic, the action he's taking, everything like that. And there's been times recently, more recently, where he's dropped something that hasn't done as well, and he still doesn't let that stop him. It's a mindset thing. It's definitely a mindset thing. He doesn't let it stop him. He comes back even harder. He feeds off of it, So I just wanted to make this video because I think he's a great example of how law of attraction really does work. But again, it's like you can't just sit on the couch wishing, like thinking about things that you want. I really want this relationship. I really want this job. I really want money. But like you just sitting around thinking about it and visualizing, and then you're like, it's not happening because it doesn't. It's not. There's all these other things have to play a part, and action is definitely key to manifesting your reality. That's what it comes down to. So I hope you got something out of this video, because I thought Eminem's story is a great story to share, just because of the level of success he's got and the way he's been able to maintain it. Yeah, it's just, he impresses me, and again, he's my favorite rapper. But yeah, so if you like this video, feel free to give me a thumbs up or post a comment. And if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit the bell notification, because I make daily videos on my channel. So I hope you stick around. Hope I see you on the next one. Peace.